Okay, so we're here once again in Banning Simulator X, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys the strongest method on how to get world prestige as quickly as possible, and of course how to get through all the worlds quickly as possible, and just how to prestige as quickly as possible. Now this video is mostly going to be tips and tricks which can basically morph into one massive really strong method, so of course let's just get straight into it. So if you don't know what world prestiging is, basically it's this thing right here in the last world. What it basically does is if you go over to this purple or pink crystal over here and press open, what you can go ahead and do is then also basically, just press, if you have enough coins, press this right here, and of course what it will then do is it will give you a prestige. And now what this actually ends up doing is basically resetting you all the way back to the first world. So you'll go all the way back to the forest, your rank will also reset all the way down to bronze, which then of course will mean that you cannot use the strongest talisman or the weapons either. However, you will actually keep the weapons, you will keep your talisman, and you will also keep all of your pets. However, in terms of the rank, of course, you will need to unlock the rank and the specific worlds to be able to use the talisman and the weapons as well, so make sure you do keep that in mind. However, of course, from the get-go, your pets will always be usable, which is going to be really good as well and really strong, so make sure you do also keep that in mind. So when it does come, of course, to prestiging, you will also get a token as well. Now this is probably the most kind of important area when it does come to prestiging. If you are actually planning on prestiging multiple times, this is what you need to do in your upgrades. So as you can see over here in the upgrades for the prestige tokens, I am currently working on two of the different upgrades right here, the currency multiplier and the additional pets equipped. Now these two are going to be by far the strongest ones that you need to get. Of course, additional pets equipped allows you to do more damage overall because you will have that extra pet as well. Or of course, if you have it maxed out, you'll have two extra pets, which will of course allow you to do a lot more damage and have a higher chance then of one-hitting every single NPC in the game, especially until the radioactive land, which is of course technically the last area you need to actually battle in with the prestige. And of course, currency multiplier as well is extremely important, as you might actually start to realise that it does actually become very difficult to get currency to actually unlock the worlds and stuff later down the line, and of course to unlock the ranks as well. So again, make sure you do upgrade both of these, as they will be the most important when it comes to world prestiging. Ignore these two right here, the reduced fusion multiplier and the reduced void cost, until you have later down the line with these two. These two upgrades at the bottom are by far end game kind of upgrades basically, which you will only be doing really once you have actually finished all the world prestige. Now of course there is around 50 different ranks for the world prestige, which we will get to a little bit later. However, there is technically an infinite amount of world prestiging you can do, which is of course where these boost upgrades come in as well. So of course, if you do end up somehow maxing out every single upgrade over here, you can of course use your tokens as well to get some boost, whether it's 30 minutes, 60 minutes or 2 hours, sorry. Of course that's going to be really good, especially for the luck ones as well. These ones are going to be the ones that will be bought by far the most, so that will always be really important too. However, if you are starting out first, make sure you only do currency and additional pets equipped. Now moving on to the game passes, which will make it a lot easier as well. Starting off again with ×2 currency. If you have this already, it's going to be such a massive help on getting through the worlds, because it will make it so much easier and so much quicker to buy the ranks and also to unlock the worlds as well. So make sure if you can get ×2 currency. ×2 experience as well now does have a major use within the game. Before update 1, this was deemed as probably the most useless game pass. However, now you could argue it's one of the most overpowered game passes in the game, because of course it does allow you to get up through the ranks quicker, which again will allow you to unlock worlds quicker as well. So that's always going to be a really good one to get. Another one as well, depending on how quick you can actually prestige as well, is going to be auto fight. For those who are pretty slow at prestiging, say you don't have really strong pets or anything like that, auto fight can of course help, because you can just go AFK for a while whilst your rank is going up, and also whilst you are getting coins as well, so that will be really good. And then the last one right down here is the +3 pets equip and the +2 pets equip as well. Both of these again will allow you to do more damage and have a higher chance then of one hitting every single NPC in the game. So those are all the game passes there as well. Now there is also one other thing that will really help you, which you can actually see is already active in the bottom left hand corner, which is actually just about to run out, and that is the boosts. Now ×2 currency again will help you out a massive amount. Overall with the, I think like the multiplier from the upgrades, and also with like, you know, the boost and also the game pass, you can have an insanely high amount of currency coming in. Of course, if you haven't started prestiging already, you can already start out with a ×4 currency boost, which will be absolutely insane and a massive help. Same thing again for the ×2 rank experience as well. Of course, you can get a ×4 rank experience boost with the boost active and also the game pass. So again, doing it 4 times quicker than free to play players will be absolutely insane as well. And of course, if you are free to play, you can also get the boost over here from the chest, such as the group rewards and the VIP rewards as well if you do technically have the game pass. So again, another really good way to get some boost. So of course, that is basically everything now for the first world. Let's get into some of the other things as well that you'll need to do. Now, when it comes to actually doing auto fight, as you can see, if we click start now, a new feature has actually allowed us to see the actual rank we are currently in, and also the amount like of how far we are through it, which can really help. Now of course, you're going to want to be basically buying the next world as quickly as possible. I do believe the first couple of worlds only require like 1 or 2 ranks to be bought, until I think like maybe after the B world. Then of course you will have to buy a rank for every single world after that. So again, make sure you are keeping an eye out on what rank you will need to buy, because you might realise that you still only have to get the same amount of rank, well the same rank you had to unlock the current world you're on, and all you need to do is get some coins. Then of course the next world will give you a lot more coins as well. So again, make sure you are keeping an eye out on how many coins you've got, what your current rank is, and what you would need to get to unlock the next world. Because of course, the quicker you can get through the worlds, the quicker you're going to be able to get the coins and also more rank experience as well, which of course is just an absolute given. So that is also going to be a really good thing. And another one as well is make sure you keep an eye out on which talisman you can equip as well. I believe you need to get the silver rank to be able to equip the all-seeing talisman. I believe then it's the gold rank, and basically I think it's like +1 rank after that for the rest of them. So basically every time you do actually rank up, make sure you are equipping the next talisman, because of course it's going to be way quicker, especially once you get down to the lava lands. You will be able to use the heart talisman then for the rest of the worlds, and of course if you have maxed that out already, that is going to be a +45 speed boost as well, which will help out a massive amount. And the same thing for the weapons, because you do keep these when you do progress to a new world. If you aren't really doing that much damage and you do need as much damage help as possible, make sure you are equipping the next tool if you can as well. And of course, once you get down to like the radioactive world, just get the radioactive smasher on, and it will help you out a ton as well. In terms of the actual weapons as well, the actual like radiant ones down here, in terms of like the jester world ones, won't really matter too much, because of course you will not have to battle in that world unless you do need to get the 67.5 million coins for the next prestige. However, if you already have enough coins, then of course you can just go straight onto the prestige, of course, which is also really good. And one thing as well that I would recommend doing before you even start prestiging whatsoever is hatch the jester egg as much as possible and get as strong a team as possible. As you can see, this is my team right now. A few void jester diamonds, which is a tier 2. Also a jester defender as well over here, which is a tier 3, which is currently still leveling up. And of course some tier 1s, and of course a radiant epic as well. It's not the best team, however this is still going to be a good enough team to be able to like get through all of the worlds, and I'm pretty sure it is close enough to actually one-hitting all of the NPCs apart from the Toxic Wasteland, the boss, in the radioactive world as well. So of course make sure again you are actually getting a strong team first before you even think about prestiging, because it will help out a massive amount, and will probably triple, maybe even quadruple, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times the amount of speed it will take for you to get through this. And with my current like abilities right now, all my game passes with boost on as well, and my current items and like my current pets and stuff, I believe it takes me around 20 to 30 minutes to get a prestige done, genuinely just depending on luck with like which NPCs the auto fight is actually hitting as well. So honestly, it is a really good way to actually get through prestiging really quickly. Overall, with like the actual 50 prestiges in terms of like all the rewards and stuff as well over here, I believe it will take you, if you are doing it for like 30 minutes or so, it will take you over a day to do. However, of course, once you do start to get down to these really cool looking pets as well, and also you have like the currency multiplier already maxed out as well with all of the different tokens, it will slowly start to speed up as well, so make sure you do keep that in mind as well. The first ever prestige you do will always be the slowest, and if you are getting that currency multiplier and the additional pets equipped as well, it will only speed up from there. So again, do keep that in mind before you do get discouraged. But yeah, I believe that's everything from me. If you guys have any other methods on what you use for getting through the different worlds and prestiging a lot quicker, let me know down below. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.